computer. All right, guys, welcome to our accountability call. What's today? Today's the 19th of March. We're getting down there. This was a 90-day run, so we're going to continue until April, and then we'll reopen it up in May for your new people that were not on. So we are going to make some adjustments to what we're tracking now. Obviously, there's going to be nobody able to get to live events. So after last weekend, that was pretty much the last live events there were. I know a lot of people had people at those live events. If you had people there and you want to report them, that's great. We're not going to report those anymore. But what is going to be effective now is you guys to actually increase your number for the Zoom invites. Now, if you guys happened to be on Jake Spencer's call last night for the VIPs, there were a couple other leaders that I had invited on to really work on closing. I'm going to go over some of what he talked about last night to help you guys close and to help you guys take advantage of the blitzes that we're doing tonight. This week. So I'm doing our call tonight. I'm doing the IQ blitz tonight, but every single day and night, there was one during the day today that Kalina Raboyne did for, so it's, opposite time zone. So for like Australia, so that they can see. Every single day, there is an opportunity Zoom, and there is also leading into Saturday where Marielle or Frank's doing this Saturday, Marielle will do the next Saturday, is doing a vision. And then that goes right into a launch. Now, when I was in Missouri this last weekend, I sat for 2.5 hours working through their launch, but in there going into vision, going into limited beliefs, and going into the real core of why people are doing this. Right now, what is happening in the world, this is prime time to go back and follow up with those who maybe have come on into your business and didn't do anything. Because they can get to executive right now still and get $250 extra plus the $250 for executive. That's still $500 extra that they did not have to start. This is something that a lot of you guys have not done that would be incredibly valuable to your businesses. And the best way to revisit that with them is to say something like this. When you're going to call them or you're going to talk to them and you're going to say, right, we're not going to sit down in person, you're going to talk to them and you're going to say, wouldn't you agree times are really changing? Times have really changed and things are different now. They're going to tell you yes, because we all know that. You came in to have a home-based business, 6 months ago, and I know that maybe the timing wasn't right for you. But what would an extra $500 right now do to help your guys' family while you guys are home right now? Ask them. Because we can bring them on right now and get them to executive and get them those extra things. And you have the blitzes in place. You as a leader may feel nervous because you may not have gotten people to executive. This is your time and place to utilize your upline, utilize three-way messages, utilize the trainings you've been on, step into your power, step into your leadership, and start creating leaders in your organization. For some of you that feel stuck in your business, it's because you're not creating leaders. It's because you have done all the work. This is a tough love session because it's true. Because you have done all the work and you're not creating leaders, and now is the time to help create those leaders in your organization. You be there for them, you help them through those steps, you help them start presenting, you help them start presenting via Zoom, and you help them start building belief in their own leadership skills so that they too can make money. That newest person right now should easily be able to come on and make $1,000. Now, people that you have followed up with in the past, people that you have been talking to that have not come into your business, right? That's $1,000 they can make bringing in. Some people did not come into this business because they were paycheck to paycheck and money was an issue. This is where I want you to really have this conversation because it's still an issue. It was only magnified right now, okay? And you can say the exact same thing. Would you not agree that times have changed and things are a little bit, things are different now? I have something that could potentially help you while we're transitioning to what we don't know what the new norm is, right? For all of us, this is the new norm. For every single person, there is nobody right now who is not experiencing a new norm. There is nobody right now who is not going through change. Nobody. Some of us who have our money invested in index funds, if you didn't see Sarah's live today, watch it. If you had your investments in index funds, if you had that backup plan, if you've been working your business consistently every single day by time blocking, we're going to talk about how important that is in a second, especially that now everybody is homeschooling that has a child. You guys, this is maybe not as different, but I'm going to tell you, if you have children and you weren't already homeschooling, that you have change in your hands no matter what now anyway, right? There's a lot of things in how we function during the day, the things we do, where we live, our environment. For everybody, this is different. We're navigating the new norm. And you can talk to people like that in a way where you too are experiencing this in a different way. And you can simply say, wouldn't you agree that times have changed? Wouldn't you agree that this really is a space of change and unknown? Now, we want to be the solid person of hope. If you are in the doomsday fear space, I'm just going to tell you right now, get off social media, turn off your TV, go sit and meditate or pray or whatever you do and reassess what you're doing here. Because ultimately, we're all going to survive this. It's just how. And that will not feed your business. If you have to take a break off social media, which I'm going to tell you right now, you guys, I cannot scroll social media at all right now because of what's there. I just can't. But I still post, I still intentionally engage with those that I need to engage with for support for my business. I'm intentional about the time I'm on. I'm intentional about taking that time off. You can do the same thing. Excuse me. No, I was going to make a joke about that. I won't make a joke. Adrian's face. Anyway, good thing we're on Zoom, that's all. All right, so a lot of you have put your numbers. So these are all things I want you guys to consider. There is nobody right now that should not be reaching out to every single person on your list. There are people on this call right now who don't have a list. How do I know that? Marielle just gave me the actual statistics. 90% of people don't actually have a list. You guys, my list is insane. That's my binder. Sorry. Oh, it's on the floor because I was on the floor messaging people because I don't just sit at my desk. It's not comfortable for me. I was on the floor messaging people on the floor. My list is in a book because it's so long. This is your time to follow up. This is your time to reach out. This is your time to start a conversation. Yes, Beth Ann, 90% of people. You want to know why 95% of people fail in network marketing? You just got a really good window. Okay, that's the statistics. 95% of people that join this business will quit. You are not here for a hobby. You are here for a business. You can do a part-time, full-time, or spare time business, but it's not a hobby. A hobby, that's completely different, and you cannot expect to make money at a hobby. It's just for fun. If you're doing something just for fun, you can't expect to be taken seriously by those who want to do this as a business. Do you guys understand the difference? Some of you want to really recruit these business builders, and you're doing this as a hobby. Me, as a business builder, would never join you. I'm going to be 1,000% honest right now. I would never join you. If you want to recruit me, you must be a business builder, have business work ethic, have business skills, have business communication, have business scheduling, have a business, including a business plan. If you cannot sit down with someone and create a business plan using that launch document, you may want to be sitting right now for a few hours watching launch calls from people over and over and over until you can sit down with somebody and show them how to get to executive. If you don't know how to get your 2, help them get their 3 customers and help them get their 2. And doing that, doing Fab 5 calls right now, Fab 5 calls is the only way to do it because we can't do in-home events. then you're not duplicating, you're not building belief in your newest person, and you're not stepping into the full opportunity of what you have here to help people. You're not doing any service to anyone by hoarding it and keeping it to yourself. The greatest thing you have right now is hope for people. The greatest thing you have right now is immune support and health. Sarah Spencer just made a really, really, really good point about our ultra protein and our Q equivalent shakes. You guys, they have over a year shelf life. The EQ shakes are full meal replacement. If suddenly you had access to nothing, they actually taste great with water still. That's a whole year. Now, don't go preying on people with fear. But also, do you know that you can bake with those? I do it all the time. I just didn't even think about this. We make pancakes with it. We make muffins with it. You can do all kinds of things. Well, what if you started making recipes about something that's sustainable that you can have in your home? Flour, a lot of flour will go bad in that time. What you can do and get people to understand that this is something they may also be able to use. Yeah, hemp protein pancakes all the time. Exactly. So you can actually use the equivalent shakes, the vanilla equivalent shakes with nothing else and just a mashed up banana. And you guys, if your bananas are getting old, you can break them up and put them in the freezer. Then you pull those out, let them defrost, mash it up, mix it with the equivalent shake, mash it up, and those actually cook to be banana pancakes. And they're completely gluten-free. They have all the vitamins and protein you need. This is something you can use as a viable resource, creating value for the people that are watching and have a lot of people nothing else to do besides watch the news, which is just fear-based, scroll social media, which is crazy, or be a content provider. I hope this starts to inspire you to reach out to, I know some of you know people, nutritionists, moms that have Instagram that for cooking, all of these things where this could be a resource for them too. There's also a huge need, and this is because this comes in my space, gym owners, not just personal trainers, gym owners. Because right now, gym owners, they're not even getting their memberships. And they may be doing online stuff and things like that, but I'm telling you from personal conversations I've been having with people, this is a very viable, unstable time because most gyms, unless it's a huge, massive gym, are small businesses. So keep that in mind because this is something where they already have an audience, they already have a following. They already have people that already are relying on them for health purposes to now give another vehicle for them to bring another stream of income in. And most of them are already business smart. So these are going to be people I want you to start thinking about, having conversations with, and you should be so active. Now, so many of you are in the same position as I am, where you're homeschooling your kids, and this is not what you've normally done. That's a challenge. The only way to do it is to schedule block like never before. Completely blocked the schedule from the time I wake up, what happens in the morning, what time school happens to the next time, when I break, when I do messages, when I work, when I break. They know at 1:30, after I get off this call and I do my slides for tonight, at 1:30, I will be back downstairs and we're going to do PE. We've already broken it down. They know what's going to happen. And that is only by managing your time and your schedule. You cannot be in reaction now. You have no place to go. You have no excuse. If you do not build, this is going to be really tough right now, guys, but if you do not build a business right now in what is happening right now, this business is not for you. And I do want you to step back and really reflect on that right now, because if you're not looking at what you have in your hands to provide hope for people, this business is not for you. It's just not. So utilizing that, helping your teams. You guys, your teams need their paychecks just as bad as everyone else in this world. Helping your newest people get to executive, making sure that if you cannot do a Fab 5 call for people, that you are getting a leader in there to do a Fab 5 call for people. I would be using the blitzes right now. The opportunity calls every single day, not as your first contact. I actually am never a fan of just randomly messaging somebody and inviting them to an IQ presentation. There's zero personal connection in that. I want to have a conversation with somebody. I want to find their need. I want to find their background. Maybe inviting them to my call wouldn't be a good fit for them, but inviting them to Jake's would. Maybe them inviting them to somebody's next week would, depending on their personality. See, we want to know people. We want to find their need. And you can even say, hey, so this is happening tonight. I was in a conversation earlier and I said, you know what? This is happening tonight. I'm going to go over these exact questions with you, tonight, because she needed, like, it was a broad spectrum and all these things she was asking. So I'm going to go over all of them tonight. After tonight, let's follow up and continue this conversation. She goes, yes, 100%. Send me the link. I will be on tonight. Because what she was asking was going to be a full presentation, and it was in a multiple 3-4-way message, and I wasn't able to sit down and do full presentation right at that time. But if she had a specific need, if she had a specific question, if you're talking about somebody about a specific thing they're dealing with, I would say, and then take specific look, they're going to go over the immune system immunity boost. Take a look at that. And then at the end, I really want you to think about what they're talking about what that extra would do for you and your family now. So I want you to pay attention to those few areas. She's actually telling them what to listen for. This helps. Also, I want you to be having, so for you guys, if you're going back through your list and you're going through follow-ups, some of the people maybe you've talked to, and this could be your third or fourth touch point. So, I know times have changed, haven't they? Let them say yes. I 100% agree. I'm in the same boat. I'm still navigating what a plan B looks like. And we can all agree that this is a different space, right? Every single one of us, this is a different space. This is what I found that's kind of eased some of my fears, and it's really been helpful. I know right now with what's going on in the world, I would be in a different space from where I was a year ago. There's, one of my friends who had $120,000 in credit card debt, and they were living really paycheck to paycheck, is gonna do a call tonight. You may really relate to her story. If you'd like, I would love for you to be my guest on it. It's not confrontational. You're not hitting a pain point. You're having a discussion. You're providing hope. You're relating to people. This is where I want you guys to start building your business from. Does that make sense to everyone? So moving forward, you guys, we're not going to do events. We're going to do Zoom tracking. With that being said, some of your numbers need to be higher, but also your invites need to be higher. Also, your conversations need to be increased, which means you're going to have to time block your time even more consistently. If you're feeling like you don't have time in the day, it's just because you're not managing your time. Okay? We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all may have different resources right now, but that still isn't an excuse for blocking that time, whether it's 1 hour or if it's 10 hours in a week. Okay? Every single person can find 1 hour in the day to do your business. And if you had 1 hour in the day to do your business, what would that look like? I gave you guys a challenge to reach out to one new person every day for 365 days. And I myself have also been doing it and tracking it. Those of you that have been actually tracking your goals, doing your goal for the week and tracking it, how committed are you to that? And what has your percentages been? Have you guys looked at those? Because I'll tell you right now, when all of this stuff happened, I had this call with my business coach. I said, with all of this, I'm going to be real. I was in such chaos and trying to figure this out that I got away from tracking what I was doing. That's not beneficial for my business for me to look back and not track the work that I'm doing. So be honest with yourself and actually track the work that you're doing so that you know why you're getting the results you're getting or why you're not. It's very clear to see why some people are not getting the results you're getting. I have your numbers and I can show you. You cannot set a goal and do no action and expect to get a result. It's not possible. We all know that. You can't set a goal to lose weight, eat junk, and not work out and expect to get a result. It's the same thing in your business. And right now, by you not doing that with the hope that you have in your hands to support and to provide people, you're doing a disservice. And so I do want you to be very clear about why you're doing this and start to take the necessary action, whether it's in your leadership, if it's fear of stepping into that, if it's fear of what other people think of you, which how much better will they think of you if you actually are helping them? So with all of those things being said, we're now going to just do Zoom events. We're going to do new Class A's. We're going to do personal ambassadors and personal customers. That's what's going to be reported. A lot of you still have not set your 2 goals that you're actually tracking. A lot have not. So I want those as well. There's some stuff in the comments. That's awesome. That's awesome, Heather. So Heather just said she's in the process of signing her 3rd ambassador in 24 hours and getting them launched today and coaching them on the events with me and Jake tonight and how huge this is for them. And then you guys, that vision call with Frank on Saturday, moving right into a launch. And then from that launch, that group launch, pulling them off and getting their goals solid, getting their vision solid. If you do not have a 5-year vision of what your life is going to look like 5 years from now, you will still be where you're at. So getting them moving in that space, getting them those first contacts in place, getting their Fab 5. All right, let's get these people on a call. Who do you know that struggles with sleep, anxiety and depression, mental health, hormones, pain, inflammation, or focus and energy? Let's get 5 of them on a call and let's get some of these products in their hands to get you their first testimony as well. Let's get that first $1,000 in your pocket right now so that you're not as concerned and you can sleep better at night. Let's get you on a call with Sarah or get you on a call with Adrian so we can get some of your stuff put in the index funds now to keep that money safe. Okay, there's a lot of conversations and people's fears are in different places depending on what's happening in their life. I had one of the best conversations with Adrian the other day because we had moved all of Mike's other money too. We had he had from his previous job a retirement that was not in it was somewhere else, and we moved it all into index funds. And I'm so glad because it would have massively tanked where it was. And apparently his Sephora account retirement that he has, they had already moved theirs to index funds as well before what happened in the market, and his retirement there is safe too. And so my retirement hasn't moved at all. And I'm really grateful for that. My FFM money that is going into that retirement account is still making money. There are not many people right now that can do a job that money's going in there because maybe somebody has lost their job, so they don't even have a contribute to a retirement account, but that money is going and still making money. It's something that is so special. And you don't want to prey on that as fear, but I want you to see what you have in your hands as so many options for hope, depending on what people need. And the only way to find out what people need is to have a conversation with them first. So don't just send a random invite. I have seen people right now take the flyer that has the phone number for tonight on it. So you're putting somebody's phone number all over social media. Guys, that's not smart. If you're posting a flyer that has a phone number on it, that's not smart. Please take it down. You can post a flyer, block out the phone number and send message me for details, but I would be putting that maybe in a story, not on social media. And if you're pushing that in a post, use your picture of yourself, use a picture of your family, use, hey, this person has really helped me build up to what we've been able to do to have this solid home-based business, and she is going to talk tonight about helping you. If you want a personal invite, let me know. That would be a great post for tonight. Not posting the phone number for tonight. If you have team doing that, I would reach out for them and ask them to please take it down. So those are a few things. What did Laura? What did Laura say? I just got the coolest 90-day IPA tracking journals for my team to help them organize. Um, Laura, will you do me a favor, Laura, and can you post that in the movement? Oh, she posted it right here. It's on Amazon. Is it on Amazon? Yes. Okay, Laura posted the movement too. I'll approve it. Okay. I'm going to have her posted there for you guys' teams if you want to do that 90-day IPA tracking. Is there any other questions? All right. So for you guys, that's what I want the numbers to be sent on. I'm going to post this recording. I got to go do the slides for tonight, fix my slides for tonight. Does anyone want to unmute and share something that's really working for them? I know some of you are already homeschool parents and you're already very good at managing your time really well. Maybe something that's helping you with that. Maybe conversations you've had that are big wins, like what Heather shared, that's a huge win. Heather, you've had 3 in 24 hours. What are you saying to people? Would you mind sharing? Excuse me, my kids are screaming in the background, just like Sarah's were.
Hey, that's okay. Really, they've been on my list for quite some time now, and I've just scribbled on them, and they currently, 2 of them are unable to work, and so I've just talked to them about, hey, it's a perfect time to start in Q. 1, you can get a $1,000 bonus. 2, we have all of these presentations every single night, so it fits into people's schedule. And I've just really been talking to them about, and even the hurdle of people saying, oh, well, I've done direct sales before and I'm just not a salesman. That doesn't matter, because we have a whole new duplicatable system in Q, and we're all here to help each other. And when people talk to me about being another direct sales company, they're usually not in the health and wellness direct sales, which is a whole nother beast, because we have consumable products. People can only have so many bags or candles or whatever. People are going to continue to reorder. And I've really just focused on that with people who are in other companies.
That's really good. That's really great. Yeah, we want to really look at there's multiple things, right? We have those products that are consumable and people literally need. Like, you just can't go order vitamin C right now. It's completely sold out. And yes, ours were sold out for a minute, but we've got more. So because we're a small company and there's benefits to this. We have financial support and advice. That's a big thing for people right now, you guys. I saw a whole study percentage survey, whatever they want to call it, thing on the percentage of people that are worried about the economy versus the percentage of people worried about actually getting sick. It's almost exactly equal, if not a little higher on the economic side. So these are things that long term, we don't know the long term repercussions of this. How would they ever know in a million years that these bottles would be 16 weeks back ordered because hand sanitizer would be a problem? That is something, it gives me goosebumps to think about, because it's like, never, that would not be a logical thing for anybody to think about, right? So with that being said, they're still creating solutions. They're finding something else we can ship it in. They're finding other things, but like, these are things like this that, how do we know? And so we have all these products coming from China that now, yes, they're back open, but they were closed for a period of time. So that will affect that. Those are people that work those jobs. They're people that have to do the jobs to make the things to send the products, right? All of these things do affect us longer term. And so we want to be looking at it in a bigger picture, not just a quick, yes, we have $1,000. This is going to help. It will help anyone. But what you're going to do longer term to help them, right? So really, really, and you guys, I will be honest, I got on a call with Marielle yesterday and she's like, oh my God, I'm so glad to see an adult human. I mean, that's really what she said. And she had been homeschooling her kids all day long too. We are all in the same boat where some of us may just need to have a coffee date with a friend online and be like, hey, you know what? This wasn't for you before. Let's talk. Wouldn't you agree things have changed? Right? Because remember, when people say no, It's not right now because of their current circumstances. Everybody's home right now. Time is not an issue. Balancing time might be, as my kids are screaming downstairs. I hear them. But all right, anybody else want to share anything before we jump off? I know today's call was just a little longer, but I just want to make sure that everybody is really moving and navigating the space wisely with hope, with that proper energy. Those of you guys are in, if you're elite and above, or if you have team members that are elite and above and you are not in Marielle's Silver Circle, please make sure that you have added your elite and above to Silver Circle. But she has a call tonight at 7:30 Eastern time, 4:30 Pacific time, for vision for her leaders, elite and above. So make sure you guys are on that call tonight too. Beth Ann, did you?
Sarah? Yeah, I was just gonna say what we've been doing this week and last. In addition to like the big calls that are happening, we're doing kind of smaller, like kind of like Fab Fives, but we just like set 3 or 4 times throughout the week so that people can get people on. And more have like, since we're not zooming into in-home events. So we're just setting the times for those. And then people are having a whole slew to invite those also. Cause I know like Jake said last night on the call, like these big calls should really be like a second exposure, a third exposure, but these are more intimate. There's like 5 people on them. And we're just answering questions. So that seems to be working well.
That's amazing, because that's exactly what you want. It's like a Fab Five call where you can answer questions. You can cater to the group that you're speaking to. You can relate to them. Okay, so that's amazing. So if your group is doing that, if your group is not doing that, start it. Do not wait for someone to do it for you. Start it. You guys, I can't possibly do any more than what I'm already doing because I already go into everybody else's calls that book up my schedule. So I can't add those, but if your groups can do it, and if you haven't had your group do it, create it. Create it on your own. Do it for your group. Step into that leadership role now, because now is better time than ever. Kristen Adams just posted in Q Tribe the link for John Maxwell's leadership. We are doing an online leadership training on John Maxwell's Facebook page. If you don't already follow John Maxwell, it'll be live on that Facebook page. And tap into those. Tap into how you're standing in your leadership. And as you lead, you guys, people need positivity right now. For us here, they actually just closed our parks. So we can't even, yes, we can go outside, but there's people that can't because they closed our parks. I know other places like the parks, you could go and be by yourself or whatever. They just closed ours. So that for some people is a problem. So have a solution, have a space, have a place where people can relate. You know, whatever you're doing, just spread positivity and spread hope. Okay, I'm going to post this recording. Numbers, a few of you dropped them. I think everybody at least put here that's on the call today. If you're watching the recording, send me those numbers. We're not doing live events anymore. The word for today is hope. Okay? All right, guys. I hope to see you guys all on our call a little bit later today, and Marielle's call. All right, I'll see you guys later.